Welcome back, guys, to the next episode of my single-player survival Minecraft experience. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different than the last ones. So the last one we ended with a time-lapse, and we fought the Wither, and we did a lot of killing of mobs and building of beacons, and as you can see, our beacon is still going. It's been quite helpful. But at the end of the last episode, I said I would start hollowing out this mountain and wait, what is happening to my screen? Oh no, what is this? Alright, let me see if I can fix this graphical glitch quickly. Alright, it seems that may have fixed... No, it hasn't. Well, that's what I get. I thought, if I tinker with the settings a little bit, I would get a lot better FPS. And you know what? I did get a lot better FPS. But it wasn't worth it, no. The whole screen started tearing. But it's all good now. It's all back to normal. So let's land up here. Oh, I was so close. Okay. Great. I suck at flying so much. I need Green to give me lessons. Alright, here we go. Let's land. So in the last building, we built... Now, it didn't look like this in the last episode. I know I've added some detailing and some windows and all sorts of niceties. Now, I know you're probably thinking, wait, did you do this all off camera? Are you gonna, cut us out of all of the building? No, I'm not. I made a massive time-lapse of everything I did. And it's like, I think it's 12 clips each recorded in the replay mod at about like an hour each. So it took a tremendous amount of time to build this little tower here. But it's done, and it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. I do love the little detail in here. But you know what? Let's play the time-lapse here. Go through this very long time-lapse, and if you guys feel like skipping it, the time code is on screen to where you can skip to. It's a bit of a long one, considering just how much I actually did. So here you go. Here's the time-lapse. Alright, so that was a pretty good time lapse, if I do say so myself, a very long time lapse, but don't worry, if you did skip it, I will not leave you hanging. I'll show you exactly what we did in the time lapse. So first of all, we built the tower. Now, I mean, the exterior, I love the exterior right now. I love this little like stair wall exterior type thing to wrap around the windows. I think it looks really nice, and it adds a little bit of depth to the building, and that's pretty cool. And then I wrapped some like stone around it and all sorts of like little things so that it gives it like more life to it, and it makes it feel like it's more part of the mountain. And a lot of this was standard of the mountain, so that does fit. One of the things that I'm really quite proud of is it's not that great yet. I still got some more work to do on it, but I did a lot of terraforming around the building. So like this area here is completely terraformed. All this like wrapping around of the thing. I still have to fill it a little bit there. But yeah, so this pillar is all made by me. All this like little texture has and everything. I think it's quite nice. And then I've been working on this for a little bit. It's really not done. I'm gonna probably bring another like pillar down here to connect with the floor, and then probably fill in this little gap here. Maybe, I don't know. I kind of like having something I can fly through. But I mean, it depends. It all depends what looks good at the end. So I'll play around with that a little bit more and off camera and make this look a little bit better, and then add this little pillar, and we'll do that soon. But yeah, I think we did a pretty nice job here on the terraforming side. And yeah, and we've set up a lot of this area now for the next 2 pillars. So what I'm planning on doing is, let's just land here nice and safely. So what we're planning to do now is we're gonna probably cut into this like little dirt mound here. We'll make like a stone like door type thing, and then we'll run one of these, the bridges like on the top style, and like this type, like this like little design. We'll run one of these down. Okay, let's not die though. We're gonna run one of those across this like little bridge type area. It's like natural bridge, and then we're gonna get here, and then here we're gonna build a nice big tower, and it's gonna go up quite high. And this is gonna be my new creeper farm. Yeah, we're gonna build it all the way up and all the way down, and we'll use the full double cat strategy with it's a single cat in the center, and then they run on both sides to the edges where they fall down. I'm gonna use one of those, the larger designs, just to get a little bit more fireworks, considering just how amazing this place is as a mob farm. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I mean, if you watched the time lapse carefully, you would have seen. But the amount of monsters that spawn in this area is insane. And when I was filming, I noticed that there were a few caves underneath us, but not many. And the one cave that was underneath us was a mine shaft. Meaning, and I'm not 100% sure about this because I didn't search them properly on my camera account, because I feel like that's a little bit cheating. But I did notice that I believe there might be a spawner down there. I'm not sure what spawner, but I think there is a spawner. So what we might do is dig a nice tunnel all the way down into the mine shafts and make ourselves a nice little spawner there. We'll make ourselves a passive mob, a creeper farm here. And then we'll have all sorts of niceties right here in this one location. It's going to be pretty sweet. But you know what? Enough talking about the designs and future plans. Let's go through what we've done today. Alright, so it all starts right here by the beacon and our little waterfalls. And these are just temporary little landing pads for me, since I'm not very good at flying. And if I fall off here and die and I don't have an elytra, well, then I can swim all the way back up. And that's kind of needed. I haven't had to do it yet, but I fear I might soon. But yeah, so I texturized this area up nicely because I love the way the gravel sort of blends the stone into the grass. I think it's pretty cool. So it gives this nice little like transitionary effect. And it got a little bit of greenery in it. I think it's pretty cool. And then I've got some stone slabs and stone stairs and whatnot to create this nice little cave opening with a bit of grass on top. And a little bit more grass on this side. You probably saw in the last video the terraforming we did on this. And then we go inside of the base. Now the base, we got this nice little dark oak and jungle oak design, same as on top, but I inverted it. So instead of going, jungle, dark oak, jungle, cross, I went, jungle trim, a little bit of dark oak, just give it some, pizzazz, and the dark oak floor. Because I think, the dark oak has this nice weathered appearance, and it fits really well as like an old castle design. But the jungle oak looks so nice and lively, so it's great for like roofs and stuff, for a more like living area like I would have on top there, since that's more of a, you know, you'd assume it's a bit like newer. Like this would be like the old castle that was built and then they expanded on it with like the whole design going around. Like maybe this was like an abandoned castle or something that they found and retrofitted. I don't know. We'll create some lore for it at some point. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So we got these nice little chandelier designs, and I kind of made all this myself. I don't know if someone else has done this, then I copied them by accident. I don't know if anyone has done it, but I like it, and I thought it looked pretty cool. I honestly can't say if I've stolen this design from anyone or if I didn't. I think it's all me, but who knows? But yeah, so we got these nice little chandeliers and this nice little central pillar that goes all the way down to the base of this. We got a 3-layer design with I think it's 8 blocks or 12 blocks in between. And then yeah, we got a nice little window design going here with these, chiseled stone or whatever it's called, like cut stone or cut brick. And we got this nice little like terrace that we can stare out into the environment with some like lanterns for light. And then we got our water elevator down and our water our water elevator up and our water drop down on the other side. So we can jump through and go all the way through if we want, or we can do that kind of poorly. And no, what have I done? Or I could okay, let's do that again so you can see, how it's supposed to work. So you go up your water elevator. And then you could take the stairs down, go walking down, but that's boring. Or you can drop down and then fly all nice and gently to the second floor. And this probably will be like, I don't know, maybe like a library or something. I'm going to, at some point, maybe add like, I don't know, walls or, I don't know exactly how I want to do the interior. It's kind of a bit cavernous at this point. I might, maybe build out like little... like have you seen those like towers like in fantasy where you've got like a cylinder and you've got like a little cylinder on the outside of the cylinder with that like little cone roof? I might throw a few of those on the sides and then build like inside of those like little cones. Yeah, I think that might be how we do it, and we'll build like maybe like a bedroom in one of these and like an enchanting table somewhere. I haven't exactly planned it all out yet, but I think it'll look pretty cool. And then we got our base floor, which is where we're gonna have the like expanded. So this is a floor we're gonna move onto the bridge from, and we're gonna move onto the other pillar. So I think, is that maybe I don't know. Maybe this will be the housing floor, and that one will be the movement floor. I haven't decided yet, but this one is kind of right on the pillar, so it might be best to do it from this one. I haven't really decided. We'll see. But yeah, so that's so far what we got. It took a crazy amount of time to empty out all of these bricks, since it was pretty much entirely stone, and I had to dig all the way down. And I think it's pretty nice though, and I've made it almost like an oval because I didn't want to do a full, perfect circle. I think those are a bit boring, so I made a bit of an oval to give it a bit more, shape and make it feel a little bit more homely. So yeah, we did that, and then we got our, this, so we can jump out easily. That's why I use the bars, so I can use this without having to make a fancy redstone like thing, which is annoying. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so we got this, and I think this is a pretty cool little, well, I would say starter base, but I guess it's not exactly a starter base. It's more of a secondary home. But yeah, this place is going to be pretty neat. And one thing that I find very nice that I don't think I've talked about yet is the fact that if we go all the way over here, let's just jump on my beacon. You can see right there in the distance, just out of render distance, is a village, which means we can bring villagers up here. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring them directly up here. I might actually like terraform this village in a way, like add a wall to it and maybe convert this village into a bit of a almost a medieval city, and this will be like the king's castle overlooking the city. It could be pretty cool. But of course, we'll think about this in a later episode. The village is still secondary. We got 2 tasks on our mind. One is this lovely little home of mine, which we can now focus on making a little bit more homely. And the second is Atlantis. Now, Atlantis is something I really want because it's a lovely idea and I love it. But we still need all of the glass, and it's still smelting. We got about, I think, 3 shulker blocks right now full of glass, but I want a little bit more. And then we can start on that. So yeah, I think maybe this episode's a little bit boring and a little bit heavy on the time lapses, but you gotta do a time lapse episode every now and then. So we'll cut this one a little bit short and just show a bit of the time lapsing. And then the next episode, what we'll do is we'll actually head back into the end. Yes, I know I said we'd never go back there, but no, we will go back to the end one last time. We'll gather up 1 or 2 more elytra, because I'm a little bit worried if I were to die, I'd have no elytra, and then I would never be able to get back up to my home, because, well, other than the swimming strategy, I'd be kind of stuck. So I'm like, let's get ourselves another elytra and be safe, and then maybe a few more shulker boxes, because I thought I had enough, but I'm kind of running out again. So let's, in the next episode, I'll start probably with another little time lapse. We'll build up the cat, or not the cat farm, the creeper farm. And then when that's done, we'll head out into the end, and then we will get ourselves another set of elytra. But that'll all be done in the next episode. So thank you all for watching this episode. I know it's a little bit time-lapse heavy, and I'll try to keep the time-lapses to a minimum, or at least not as many as I've been doing in the last few episodes. But don't worry, we still got a lot of fun ahead of us and a lot more cool things to build and do in Minecraft. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Oh, and by the way, check out this video right here. I've been doing a bit of a Pokemon playthrough, a fan-made translation, and I think it's a pretty nice watch. So if you enjoyed this series, do give a look at the Pokemon one. I'm sure you'd find it rather interesting. But thank you all for watching this episode, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!